Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on Hbar. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're going to talk about Hbar. Once again, this is the 7-day chart. We're still sitting here just under 5 cents. It's almost criminal that Hbar is sitting at these prices right now. You know, 2 years from now, people are going to wish they could go back in time to this time right now and buy up some Hbar. Because by then, the low price on Hbar is going to be over $1 easily. I think it's going to be even higher than that, based on all the growth that's going on this network. And it's not hard to see how fast it's building out. Forbes article published today, blockchain and the Federal Reserve, mentions Hedera Network build drop platform integration into Fednow. You know, when you talk about Fednow in the crypto space, everybody talks about how XRP is tied to Fednow. But not many people talk about how Hedera is also tied to Fednow. You know why I make so many videos around Hbar? Because I want to wake people up to this cryptocurrency. There's the same amount of growth going on around Hedera than there is going on around Ripple. And if you hold XRP, you should definitely be holding Hbar as well. It's another cryptocurrency with a lot of gains in it. I'm talking in the next run, people becoming millionaires off of their Hbar. Super exciting night with Karate Combat. We're so happy to see Saucer Swap represented on the mat at KC41. And I'm a huge MMA fan. I watch UFC religiously. I just wish they would tie Hedera to UFC as well. Hedera Hbar is making waves with new launches and innovative tokenization strategies. Stay updated with the latest from the Hedera network. And these are the projects they're talking about. Galaxy is one of them. Hedera-based Galaxy, a decentralized content creators platform, has introduced groundbreaking updates. Creators can now monetize virtually anything through featured experiences on Galaxy. These experiences enable creators to offer specific services within their shops, such as one-on-one personal training sessions or portfolio reviews. I like Galaxy. I look at that as the future. That at some point can easily replace YouTube. Then there's Toko. Toko, a digital asset creation engine by Hedera Governing Council member DLA Piper, has received regulatory approval from Dubai's Virtual Asset Regulatory Authority. Toko has partnered with Virtue Zone, a leader in business solutions, to launch Dubai's first tokenized equity crowdfunding platform. That's also a very big advancement. Legends of the Past is set to debut on the Hedera network, combining Web3 mechanics with the familiar Web2 gaming experience. Developed with expertise from Uniswap, Tap for Fun, and Supercell, Legends of the Past will utilize Hedera token service to enhance its in-game economy with the LOP token. And again, GameFi is going to continue to grow out year over year, and it's going to add value back to Hedera. Don't ever forget, one of the smartest people at the single largest active investment funds in the UK has said Hedera will be a top 5 crypto. Take a listen.
Is Hedera a top 30, top 20, top 10, top 5? Where do you see it? Where's its natural home once everything settles?
I think it's a top 5. I mean, we wouldn't have gone with Hedera if we didn't genuinely believe it was going to be one of the winners, and I think it's setting itself up.
You know, I always said it. I think Hbar is definitely going to be in the top 10. And I do think it could easily get into the top 5 as well. Because, you know, it's much bigger than most people think. And when you research something like Hbar on a daily basis, you start to understand all that growth. You start to look at the ties that are tied to Hedera. Healthcare, insurance, NFTs, GameFi, Sociify. The list goes on. And you could see all that value going to be in the price of this cryptocurrency at some point in the future. Happy Sunday. Important update. We recently launched our hand-picked game, and we're really eager to get the entire Hedera community involved. This is a straightforward gambling game where you bet on a hand to win or lose Hbar. It's only been a few days since the release, and we've noticed not many have had the chance to try it out. It's called Hazy Hippos. Hazy Hand Pick. And it's the small games like this, though, that get traction. And there's a lot of small games like this built on Hedera as well. Then there's this digital identity firm, IDemia. IDemia have confirmed their intention to develop an offline payment feature for the digital rupee. And IDemia is actually growing out very fast as well. And it's also utilizing Hedera technology. Several Indian companies are developing central bank digital currency solutions for featured phones without internet access as the Reserve Bank of India digital rupee pilot marches on. Nokia's parent company, HMD Global, Airtel, Payments Bank, and digital identity firm IDemia have confirmed their intention to develop an offline payment feature for the digital rupee. The proposed offering is expected to onboard millions of Indians without internet access, while providing alternatives to individuals with smartphones with intermittent internet access as well. And this is very big. And this shows you how Hedera is going to play a major role in the new financial system as things continue to build out and grow moving forward. Then there's this, the next generation of IDemia ID scanners used in growing number of U.S. airports will be able to accept DTCs, as executive with the company says. So a pilot of digital travel credentials for air travel between the Netherlands and Canada is back on, using a smartphone app from IDemia. The pilot was described during an FTE webinar featured representatives of airlines, the TSA, and CBP. The next generation of IDemia ID scanners used in the growing number of U.S. airports will adopt to accept DTCs. And, you know, this is something that I knew was coming, and I don't like the idea of digital IDs at all, because it's going to be tied to your health records, your work history, things like that. Some people are going to go to get a job and they're going to say, well, we looked at your health history and we don't think you're right for the job. It's going to keep some people unemployed in the future. I also don't like the idea of it. If you want to travel in the future, they could just tell you no through your digital ID. But I see why all these companies are pushing in this direction at the same time. This is going to also be tied into the new financial system once it starts to roll out. Holy crap, how did this not get any mainstream attention? Major players, obviously, Ripple is there, but Hedera is partnered with both MTech Inc. and IDemia Group, and they both attended. Massive, no mainstream media coverage. And you know, this is coming from the CBDC conference. And I think the reason this isn't getting any type of coverage on the mainstream media news is because they're trying to keep people in the dark that the new financial system is coming. But I think they need to tell people so people could invest in it. Maybe they could change their lives just by buying up some cryptocurrencies. And, you know, they want to keep people in the dark until the last minute. Then all of a sudden they're going to say, well, we're moving to this new system. It's called a central bank digital currency. Most people still won't even understand it at that point. I talk to people outside of crypto about Fednow. They don't even realize Fednow went live, let alone what a CBDC actually is and how they could use it against you in the future at the same time. But this, again, brings Ripple and Hedera together. And this shows you that they're going to work side by side in the new financial system. Zodia Custody integrates into Hedera's newly launched Stablecoin Studio. This integration will now enable institutions to seamlessly create, issue, and manage their own stablecoins within a number of hours via the newly launched Stablecoin Studio on Hedera. We're going to see more and more people integrate this. More and more companies will integrate this going into the future. I said that Stablecoin Studio was going to be game-changing for Hedera and Hbar, and it sure looks like it's going to be. There's already companies utilizing it. And like I said, if something's easy, people will want to use it. And Dogecoin did an $88 billion market cap last cycle in 2021. Be ready for Hbar. Get in now in the bear market. Don't be everyone's exit liquidity later by chasing green candles in a bull market. You know, people still don't realize how big Hbar's actually going to be in the next run. I said $3 to $5. I think we could still go much higher. And if utility kicks in at some point, we're definitely going to surpass $10 easily. And who knows where we go in the future. Like I said in the middle of this video, I still think Hbar is going to be a top 10, but I could easily see it hitting top 5 at some point. And, you know, we're watching these projects now. We're getting the announcements around them. But people wonder why the price isn't moving. A lot of these projects still have to build out and grow, and that takes time. And that's why you got to stay patient and stay positive along the way. I plan on holding Hbar till it shows its full potential. Then maybe I'll start selling off some Hbar. But until then, I'm going to continue holding this cryptocurrency as long as it takes. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.